I've recently gotten into like a clean beauty kick, and I've been looking at clean fragrances in terms of like non-toxic. So like cruelty free, phthalate free, like proper clean fragrances that aren't harmful in any way. And so like I made it my mission to like go and explore and find the best clean fragrances. So not only like the best smelling, but some better performing ones. Honestly, what I noticed is with clean fragrances, a lot of the times you are like giving up the performance for the fact that it's non-toxic. So just like expect that to be common across the board for most of these. But anyway, I have a list here of 9 of my favorite clean fragrances, and I have tried so many. Like all of the ones that they have at Sephora, I have tried them all. I've tried a bunch of like little smaller brand ones at the health food store. Like I went on a rampage looking for these. So anyway, let's get into it, and we're gonna, in no particular order, start with La Vanilla. I love these. These are really good. The summer one is limited edition. Honestly, I don't like it quite as much. It's like this candy mango pineapple scent. It's a really nice opening, but it does dry down into kind of a standard vanilla, which obviously from the name La Vanilla, it suggests like it's gonna be very vanilla-y. But you know I'm not a huge vanilla lover, so this one, the beginning burst is like this delectable, yummy, almost like edible, fruity goodness, like tropical fruity goodness. But then it does dry down very quickly into just basic vanilla scent, almost like vanilla extract. This one did perform pretty okay, like compared to all of the ones in this list. The longevity on this one is pretty good, so that's why I'm still mentioning it, even though like the scent isn't really my favorite. This performed pretty well. Like I think I got about 5 hours out of it, which is impressive. Unfortunately, that is like probably like 6 hours is the max you're gonna get from what I noticed. My favorite scent though is the vanilla lavender. This one I have been reaching for so much this month. Like since I got it, I've been wearing it so much. I don't know why I keep it in the box. I think because I have it stored on my dresser upstairs, and like I have a big window, and like I'm just like keeping these out so that I can play with them. I keep them in the box so that they're away from sunlight. But yeah, I've used this much already, but that's because I spray so much. Like this one I love. It smells like lavender dryer sheets. Last time when I spoke about it, I said that it smells like a lavender latte. It's got this beautiful milkiness to it. The scent of this one is probably my favorite scent in this whole bunch that I'm gonna talk about. The actual scent of this is gorgeous. It is so comforting. It's so soothing. It's a really lovely, soft, not synthetic smelling lavender vanilla scent. The longevity is not great. I do need to like basically douse myself in it, but it is what it is. It's still worth it for the scent. I would definitely like repurchase this one. I think it's lovely. So yeah, this is my favorite actual like scent from the bunch. I think it had been discontinued, the lavender one, and they've brought it back. So I hope it's here to stay. Next up is Ouai. I actually love Ouai's North Bondi. I had been using their hair products, and I loved their leave-in conditioner, and I wanted to get the fragrance itself. I love this North Bondi. It has violet. It's a very sophisticated kind of like powdery dry scent. It has no sweetness. It doesn't smell old. Like when I say powdery, it doesn't have like an old school smell. It's crisp. It's very clean, crisp, and a little bit powdery. I don't typically go for violet, so I was actually really surprised that it has violet, but it's so beautiful. It actually lasts a decent amount of time. I really like this one from them, and I really like their new Dean Street. This is like a floral, powdery citrus scent. It's really pretty. It's almost edible. Like it smells like a marshmallowy like citrus. Almost like a lemon meringue. Like it almost smells like a fluffy, airy lemon meringue. It has mimosa in there too, so it has a little bit of like honeyed facets. Really, really pretty. This one, oh, and magnetic caps, guys. Like I'm a sucker for magnetic caps. This is beautiful. I really like this one too. This one had decent longevity. I did find in the dry down that it gets this almost like green, like stem-like smell, which I wasn't a fan of, but in the air you don't smell it. You just only smell it if like you put your nose right close to your skin, then you get this like a stem of a flower. Like if you just like break the stem of a flower. I think it has something to do with the ingredients used. It's not like part of the scent itself. That's just me being picky. If I'm not nitpicking on that, it's a really beautiful like marshmallowy, meringue, lemon, sweet, airy scent. Actually like a really, really nice citrus. And considering it's a citrus fragrance, it does have pretty good longevity. The other one that I like from Way is the Rue Saint-Honoré. This one is a white floral. So this one has a really strong gardenia note. It has ylang. It smells like the KKW like clear diamond. It smells a lot like that. Like it's got this very like almost like humid, heavy white floral scent. It's very, very tropical. This one I have to be in the mood for. It's a very interesting scent. It doesn't smell cheap at all. Like all of these are really, really well done. So I really like their fragrances. I think I tried Melrose Place at Sephora and I don't remember it too well. It had a very soft rosy scent. So I think I just wasn't wowed by it, but it might be really nice. I actually never tried it on the skin. So that's the next one I want to try. But I'm actually really impressed with Way's fragrances. My favorite one though is North Bondi. So if I only had to choose one, or if I'm recommending only one, I'm recommending North Bondi. It's the most beautiful, the most sophisticated, like really lovely and like decent longevity scent. When I say decent longevity about clean fragrances, I'm saying the 4 to 6 hour mark, because that's really the best you're getting with these. Like a lot of the ones here, they like will last you an hour. They're still nice scents. I'm just telling you guys how it is. The next one that I'm in love with is Vanilla Woods. Once the sample's out, I'm getting a full bottle. I've been obsessing with this one. It's like sweet, yummy, like caramelly pear woodiness. This one almost smells to me like a poached pear. Like if you poached a pear and then poured some like vanilla extract on it and it had like a little bit of like sugary like encrustment. That's kind of what this smells like, that like hot sugar smell. Like, you know, like icing sugar when it's hot. That's kind of the vibe I get when I smell this. And then it dries down to a really beautiful like woody vanilla scent. It's delightful. Like it's caramelly, it's glazed. It's like almost a gourmand, but in the best way. It almost smells edible, but it's not too sweet. It's a really, really nice scent. Like 100% full bottle worthy. I'm definitely getting a full bottle. It's relatively affordable. I think this is their best scent. I've tried a bunch of other ones. Let me know what your favorite one from Seven Virtues is. I haven't tried them all, but this one was the one that like stood out to me right away. It's really good. And this one actually lasts more than 6 hours. This one will last me like 6 to 7 hours. So this one's probably one of the best performing ones on this list. I'm really, really impressed with the performance. I'm gonna go through all of them now and then make sure that you guys stay tuned until the very end, because I'm gonna let you know my favorite 3, whether in terms of scent or performance, like my top 3 picks. If I could only have 3, I'll let you know at the end. So the next one, I love this scent. It's Ellis Brooklyn Myth. I think I'm gonna get the oil because they have the oil at Sephora, and the problem with this one is even though it's a really beautiful scent, the performance is extremely lacking. This is almost like a shampoo-y, clean, musky scent. It's a perfect scent for getting out of the shower. It's not citrusy. It's got this like very unusual, beautiful muskiness and like an aquatic-y, almost like an aquatic-y touch. It does have a note of lotus, and I think that a lot of fragrances that have a note of lotus give this ozonic, fresh, almost like airy, clean quality. So that's what's making it a little bit shampoo-y to me, I think. I just wish that the performance was better on it. Like this one, honestly, I want to say it's only about an hour, like maybe just a little bit over an hour. This is my second sample of it. I wore through the first one in like a day because I really love the smell, and I kept spraying it all over the place. And so like now I'm really trying to savor it, but I think I'm gonna try the oil because I think it'll be longer lasting, and it's just like a body oil for after the shower, which is exactly when I would want to use this fragrance. But yeah, the scent is to die for. Next up is Hanami from Fleur. I love their packaging. They come in this beautiful white cube. It's like very minimalistic, very seamless. It's a very clean design. And this is like a milky sandalwood scent. This is the most unique from their entire lineup that I've tried. It almost reminds me a little bit of like Zadig and Voltaire. This is her in like that type of milky sandalwood scent, but I think it also has fig and hazelnut. The nuttiness really comes through. It's like a nutty, milky wood scent. It doesn't have that dill vibe that a lot of sandalwood fragrances have for me. Like, I struggle a lot with sandalwood fragrances because instead of getting this beautiful like milkiness that I'm looking for, I get a dill smelling note. Like Santal 33, for some reason, for me, I'm like, it's basically dill. This doesn't have the dill at all, which is fantastic. It's just really, really milky, like almost edible. It's really different. This one does last a decent amount, so I do get about, when I wore it, and again, this is my second sample of it, when I wore it, I got about 6 hours. And then it fades into a skin scent, so it is a really unique, probably one of the most unique ones in this whole list. Like, I would expect it to be some like fancy niche fragrance with the way that it smells. It's different. It's really, really different. Next up is Clean Reserve Skin. This is one of my favorites from this house. Layering this with Acqua Neroli, not this one, that's Cell Santal. With Acqua Neroli, like, I had a Sephora sample of this one, which I wore through. So now I just have like the stock sample. Layering these gives you the most delicious, like cotton candy-esque, beautiful, sexy scent. On its own, it's also very, very nice. It does just really smell like clean skin. It does have a little bit of the salty, like almost salty cotton candy-like smell, but layering it with the Acqua Neroli from the same brand just like makes them magical. These two together are a perfect combo. I also don't mind their Cell Santal. Just after I talked bad about sandalwood, this one's not bad. This one's like salty. This does have a little bit of a dill vibe, but it's more like salty wood. I don't mind it. I really don't mind it, but I have to be in the mood for it. But my favorite ones are the Acqua Neroli and the Skin. Okay, then we have two like almost similar ones. So I tried the whole Floral Street lineup. Wonderland Peony was my favorite one. I haven't tried Arizona Bloom. That's the only one that I haven't tried from them. I love the Wonderland Peony. Like, it smells like just a candied peony. It's really girly. It's really sweet. It doesn't have the best performance, but it is a really pretty scent. Like, I crave a sweet, delicious, almost like candy peony sometimes. And this is it. It's very girly. It's very simple, but it's so pretty. Like, it is actually so pretty. It definitely has this like cotton candy-ish vibe. It's like if you made cotton candy out of like raspberry hard candies, you know those like at-home cotton candy machines? Like, if you took raspberry hard candies and you threw it in there and it made you cotton candy, and then like with peony. That's just kind of what it smells like. It's very much about raspberry. It's very yummy. It's like airy though. It's airy fresh. It's not jammy. So that's what I really like about this one. But again, the performance is lacking. It's only about 2 hours or so. And that part's disappointing, but it is a really, really pretty scent. I also tried a bunch of fragrances from the Toka line, and I didn't, like, not a lot of them stood out to me, but I did really like Gia. Gia is like a sweet, citrusy rose scent. It also almost smells candied. I'm just gonna like put it on my hand at this point. It's definitely not as sweet as Wonderland Peony. It's more of like a tangerine rose. It's got a little bit of pepper. It is a little bit sweet, but it's more sophisticated. I feel like if you like Coco Mademoiselle, you would like this, but like if you wanted something sweeter than Coco Mademoiselle, a little bit simplified and with like no patchouli, this would be it. This is very, very soft. It's very pretty. It's very girly. Longevity is also just about like 2 to 3 hours though. So that is kind of my issue with most of these. And lastly, we have Lolita Lampica. So I've only tried a few fragrances from this brand, and I actually really like the So Sweet. I recently got this. I featured it in a haul, and it was $20 at Shoppers Drug Mart. That's our local pharmacy. And this is like a yummy, candied, like sour cherry lolly. It's yummy. Some people think it smells like cough syrup. I don't get a cough syrup smell of this at all. I know cherry does sometimes go a little bit like cough syrupy. Not here for me at all. This just smells like a yummy like lolly. Like a cherry raspberry lolly. I was initially put off by the name because it's called So Sweet, and I'm not a fan of sweet fragrances, and I'm not a fan of gourmand fragrances in general, so I was like a little bit put off, but then when I saw it on the $20 rack, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna get it. It's yummy. It gives me the satisfaction of my cherry craving that I have. Sometimes I just want like a cherry smell, and there's not a lot of cherry fragrances out there that are actually like fresh. Man, I wish I got Viktor and Rolf's Dancing Roses when it was available. That fragrance, like, sorry for the sidebar, but that fragrance was actually such a good cherry fragrance. And now it's discontinued and it is impossible to get. And I saw a bottle on eBay for like $500 or $600 and I'm like, yeah, I'm not paying that. But like, yeah, if any of you guys have a spare bottle of Dancing Roses lying around, you just hit me up in the comments. That was like the cherry satisfaction that I was looking for. This one's pretty good too. For the price point, it's actually very, very good. And apparently Lolita Lempicka went clean after 2018. So all of the bottles, like anything that you buy directly off the website, is clean. Like, they're non-toxic, so their formulations obviously changed. And a lot of people complain that like the longevity isn't the same, but it's because they swapped it out for clean ingredients, as I've read. Like, I don't know for sure, but that's what I imagine. Just because it seems like a lot of these clean brands don't seem to be the best performing. But I really like the fact that they're cruelty-free and they're non-toxic, so I will be checking out more from Lolita Lempicka, so let me know what your favorite ones are. I had the original one, but I had the Eau de Toilette, and it was just too violet-y and like just too powdery for me, so I sold it. So yeah, now that we're at the end, I will tell you my 3 favorite ones from this entire list, factoring in longevity as well. Okay, I lied a little. I'm not fully factoring in longevity just because one of them, I really love the scent, but the longevity is not really there, and that is the La Vanilla's Vanilla Lavender. Smells amazing. My favorite smell from this whole bunch, but longevity is only like about 2.5 hours, but it's my favorite smell. Then North Bondi. This one smells gorgeous, super sophisticated, very elegant, very feminine, and actually lasts a pretty good amount of time. Number 1, objectively, considering longevity, considering scent, is the 7 Virtues Vanilla Woods. This lasts a good amount of time for a clean fragrance, and it smells gorgeous. So this is the number 1 in the whole list. And that is it. That is my whole list of my favorite clean, like non-toxic fragrances. Let me know which ones are your favorites. Comment down below and I'll definitely check them out. So yeah, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys found this helpful. Hopefully I've steered you towards some good clean fragrances that you can add to your repertoire. Please give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please hit that subscribe button. Become a friend of the show. We'll do fun fragrance things together and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.